everybody, and welcome back to And We've Gone Country. Today we're working around the baby trees again. So Andy is digging out some of the little baby trees here, like this, that are cutting into the baby trees. You can see how they're kind of growing around and choking out all of our pine trees here. These are an invasive type of tree, and we really don't need them. We just want the beautiful, nice, winter coverage of the evergreens here. So we got to get rid of all of these mess. And plus he's got all this extra dirt from when he dug out the baby tree spot. So he's getting rid of all that excess dirt. And as you can see over here, we put down a little mulch. We've got a lot more to do. But I just did one end, and then he's going to get rid of the dirt. So we're going to make it look real pretty over here. It's always helpful to be able to have a skid steer. I really appreciate being able to use that. It's my husband's brother, Adam's. He's got a landscaping business that he uses it for, and he lets us use it, which is really generous. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to get very far on these projects. By having to hand dig all this out would take 100 times longer than just tearing it out with the machine here. It's a lot more that goes into this kind of stuff than you would ever expect until you get into it. Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna dig a couple of new baby trees. Yeah, okay. Much easier said than done, you know what I mean? It's just back dragging it right now. Eventually we'll get rid of the big piles of dirt too. We're not tackling that today. One thing at a time, you know what I mean? Andy's really good with this machine. Thankfully. He's shown me a little bit about how to drive it myself, but he's much better with it than I am. Like kind of delicate stuff like this, working around baby trees, that's definitely not something that I would trust myself to do. So that's an Andy job. The little tree is like, no, I will live. I refuse to die. And he's not even really worrying about that plant right now. If he was, then it definitely would not still be there. He's just worrying about the dirt right now. He's just trying to level the ground. So much better already. So much better already. That one's going to be difficult. A lot of big heavy stones on that one. Our ground is just filled with stones and clay. It's a very unforgiving ground to work on, that's for sure. Got a nice technique going here. Back dragging it and pulling away the excess, flattening it as he goes. We just recently found out this land is actually the HOA is behind us. So all these houses back here, that whole complex, they have an HOA that kind of controls all the grounds around here, and all of these like wild vegetation and everything is technically on their lawn, but they've not done anything with it, which I'm not really sure why. I don't know if they think that we own it or if they just like the wildness of it, but they don't seem to mind that we're putting dirt on their land. Nobody's complained yet. Obviously we're gonna get rid of it, but it's nice that they haven't like come after us and said, hey, why are you making such a dirt mess back here? I think they'll appreciate it though once we get up the nice herbavitas grown a couple feet more, and just add to the nice country feel, and it'll also look nicely put together instead of just wild, uncared for ground. So we talked to some of the people behind us and they said that the HOA is pretty chill about everything, so that's nice. Because I know some HOAs can be kind of a pain to work with and really particular about stuff. It looks like Andy's putting all of the dirt into one pile now. He had made that pile before. I forget what project he was working on for that one, but that big pile of dirt is what he had created originally, and it's already grown a lot of stuff on it because it's been sitting there for a while now. So it looks like he's going to get rid of all of it. So that's going to take some time, but I just wanted to show you what we're working on today. We do plan on doing a little bit more later, but it depends on how long this takes. Obviously, everything you think is going to take just a couple minutes ends up taking like the entire day of work. It's just all a lot of work. And it's really difficult right now, especially just because of my wrist, so I can't really help him that much. I did put down all of this, and it doesn't even look like that much, but it was enough to hurt my wrist again, so I'm like, well, I'm pretty much useless out here until my wrist can finally heal. Now, I don't, at this rate, it's probably not going to. There's always something more to do around here, but I'm not going to do anybody any good if I can't do anything, if I permanently injure myself, so I have to be careful. He's going to work on that, and I'm probably going to start digging out all this stuff. These are wild raspberries over here, which it's really nice to have wild raspberries because, you know, free food and everything. But the problem is these things are real nasty prickers. They've got really bad thorns on them, so it's very painful. And they grow in both sides, so it's like this end will eventually grow into the ground, and there's just these big like half circles that just connect all across the grounds, and they spread like wildfire and then choke out trees. You can see we've got this nice little pine tree here, and it's being choked out by all this wild raspberry patch, and it's starting to feed out into my trails, and that, you know, eventually is going to grow over the trails, and it'll make riding down here a little bit of a pain because the thorns catch on you and they catch on the horses, and that's no fun. So that's probably what I'm going to tackle. While Andy's doing that, I'll be doing this, and we've got all these little trees that like to grow up, so every year I have to go around and cut all this stuff down around the fence so that nothing digs into the fence. So you see like a nice big patch over there is already grown. That was all cut back last year when we built the track system. You can see all the wild trees that are starting here in our pasture. That's all got to be cut down. So that's what I'll be doing next. And I might show you an updated video. We'll see. I don't know if I'll get to it. It's gonna be a long day, but check back again and see the progress. There's There's always something going on around here, especially in the summer. So like and share and let all your friends know about the channel, and we'll show you some more videos about the progress around here and all the little babies that we've got. The kittens are now a little over a week old. They're adorable and their eyes are starting to open already. It's amazing how fast all that stuff happens. And we've got more chicks coming in a week also, so I'll show you that as well. You guys have a great day and happy Mother's Day.